What's up, guys? My name is Amor. I am the creator of Requiescat. If you don't know who I am, I'm an upcoming artist. I go by Thatboyamor. Basically, I'm making this video to explain to you guys the process of me making my new album called Requiescat. If you haven't heard it, the link will be here below, so make sure you guys check that out. So I'm talking to you guys today because I want to tell you guys about this album and the process of me making it. So I'm making this documentary so you guys can actually see the process of how I made it and what all did I do to make it. And basically what this album is about is my past from me transitioning to my old music, because I first started off by freestyling and then I transitioned to trying to work on stuff like on my phone and all that. So I started making a lot of the music that I made has been on my phone. But then I really wanted to take it serious, so I decided to actually start rapping and writing. And this album is basically that. It's just me explaining my past and me transitioning to my new music. So if you guys would definitely give it a listen, and thank you guys. Okay, so to get into the video, the first thing that I want to say is Requiescat basically means rest in peace. So once again, it's me transitioning from my old music, my old life, because I recently moved out to Houston. So if you're a new artist and you want to work with me, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram, Thatboyamor. Also follow me on all social media platforms. Thank you. And basically what the Requiescat means is rest in peace. So like I said, it's just me letting go of that old ways that I used to do music. So I'm gonna actually be showing you the first song on the album and how I was able to create it. So the first verse of the track, I laid it down right here, as you can go and see. So it will start off like this.
Yeah, I've been gone for a while, trying to get right, trying to overcome the challenges of life, trying to find myself in the music, trying to do the best that I can do, trying to prove to these niggas I'm really him. Back when I wasn't shit, mama had to raise 7 kids, I was the 5th, knew I had a purpose, God gave me a gift, used to get bullied for my skin color, when I was a kid we grew up on food stamps and shit.
So right there, what the track's talking about is just, like I said, the diversity that I have to face as a kid, as going to school and growing up. I had to face a lot of people, calling me black and sort of those type of things and all that. So I'm trying to incorporate those things and talk about my mom and my family, as you can see in this track. And right here, so here's my first verse. And then right here is my ad-lib. Actually, let me go, okay. So let me go back. So once I already do my first verse, I always tend to add an ad-lib to go along with it. So this is what it sounds like.
Wasn't shit. 7. Gave me a gift. And I was a...
So as you can see right there, that's the ad-lib that I added onto there. I usually try to incorporate, like I said, something to go along with it in the lines of trying to make the overall sound good. And when I try to record my ad-libs, usually I try to listen to the track and follow up with what I'm trying to say at the same time, so it could kind of match within itself. So as you can see, here's a whole verse right here, ad-libs down there. And now I'm gonna show you how I actually made the song. All right, guys, so first off, I'm gonna start off by plugging in my mic. As you can see, it's right here. Then I got my headset. Then I go over the beat, go over my lyrics, make sure that everything's gonna sound good. And I'm actually gonna be showing you guys the first part of the song, which is my intro verse. So here it goes. Yeah, I've been gone for a while, trying to get right, trying to overcome the challenges of life, trying to find myself in the music, trying to do the best that I can do, trying to prove to these niggas I'm really him. So right there, it's basically me, just talking about me trying to overcome the challenges of life, me trying to actually get more into the music, try to invest more time into making music, because I actually work a lot, so I don't really have too much time to focus on the music, but I've been trying to make a lot of effort into making sure that I'm, making music on a daily basis, at least try to do 2 songs a day. And then I actually go into my first verse in the track, so here we go. Back when I wasn't shit, mama had to raise 7 kids, knew as a 5th, God gave me a purpose. So right there, I'm basically talking about, my mom actually has 7 kids and I'm the 5th in the family. So I always felt like I had a purpose in life, and I know that my biggest purpose is actually trying to help people and I'm making this music to be able to help people and motivate people and actually show them that you can accomplish your dreams and your goals and the things that you want to do in life. So let's get back into it. Knew I had a purpose, God gave me a gift. Used to get bullied from my skin color. When I was a kid, we grew up on food stamps and shit. Mom and dad arguing, they didn't have time to raise their kids. Now I look at us, some hate each other. So right there, I'm just sort of just talking about my family, because growing up, my mom and dad, they always were working, or they always had situations going on, so they didn't really have time for all of us. So we kind of just raised all of ourselves. And then, you know, my second verse after that is, I asked myself, what kind of family is this? Looked up to my oldest brother, thought he was cool, but then he went away, took a life for himself. As time went on, I felt that pain of being alone, struggling through life, trying to find a way. So my oldest brother, he ended up moving into New York. So right there, I'm talking, like I said, about my family and events in their lives and the things that happened and how it reflected on me. And what I mean by that is basically, I knew that me being alone at a time, me trying to find myself as a person, was definitely something that I needed to do. So I felt like him leaving, you know, and giving that example of like, you gotta be a man, you gotta do your own thing, is kind of like what I'm trying to go and do right now. So that's basically that track right there, and that's called Requiescat. You can check that out right now. It's right here in the link. Make sure you give that a listen. Thank you. All right, guys. So now we're going to talk about GTR. This is the second song on the album. Basically, one day I was listening to a beat while I was riding around, because I usually like to listen to music, you know, and a lot of beats, you know, while I'm driving and stuff. And I kind of just sung out the first lyric, which is, I'm in that fucking GTR going too fast. So right there, I'm just talking, you know, talking my shit on the song, just, you know, me giving like a good vibe, just trying to make a good hype song. So we're actually going to get into the song, and this is the first lyrics of the song. I'm in that fucking GTR going too fast. I look down and I see 300 on the dash. Cops behind me, fuck it, if I get locked up, I'ma make it right back. Stopped at the ATM so I can get some cash. Your bitch was on my dick, I don't mean no brag. I'm just a young nigga, I've been in my bag. These niggas my son, call me your dad. So basically right there, you know, I'm just, like I said, talking my shit, just trying to give, you know, a good hype song. And to go further into it, let me see, call me your dad. You niggas broke, you going outside. Took your bitch from you, cause you pussy. I fucked her, do you want her back? Cheered her like my hoe, she even shook some ass. 25K for a show, you know I gotta get in my bag. Shot is bad in Mexican, she even decided to cut my grass. You know, so I'm just trying to portray, like I said, kind of like a hype song. And if you want to listen to the song, like I said, the album is out right now, and you can check the song out for yourself. Just, like I said, I'm just trying to create songs to be able to give, you know, a good hypeness to the album, and this was definitely one of my favorite ones on the album. Yeah, so this is actually what this song actually sounds like in real time, and I'm going to play it for you guys right here. I'm in that fucking GTR, man. I look down and I see 300 on the dash. Cops behind me, fuck it, if I get locked up, I'ma make it right back. I stopped at the ATM so I can get some cash. Real bitch real, it's on my dick, I don't mean no brag. I'm just a young nigga, I've been in my bag, this is my son. So, as you can see, very hype song, like I said. Make sure you guys give that a listen, and we're gonna move on to the next song. Okay, guys, so, you know, just to give you more about myself, actually, this is my doggy right here. Her name is Sapphire. Say hi. Say hi. She's a little bit camera shy. But, you know, just to tell you a bit about myself, like I said, my name is Amor. I am the creator of Requiescat, and I actually just wanted to talk to you guys about myself. Well, I'm 23 years old, and actually coming out of Florida, you know, I lived there for about close to 12 years now, and I decided to move here to Houston, Texas. That's where I'm currently living at. Like I said, once again, if you're an artist in Houston and you want to work with me, just hit me up on Instagram. My links are all down below. Make sure you just check me out. And I just wanted to make music in general, you know, like I said, just to help people, just to really get, like, you know, myself out there, you know, and, you know, express what I feel and as an artist, you know, because I love music. I listen to music every day, and I think that music is something that really, is good for everybody to listen to, especially depending on what music you like or whatever. But some of my favorite musicians are, I'm really inspired by Juice WRLD. I think that he's one of the best artists, out there. Definitely, I like Kendrick Lamar, Isaiah Rashad, J.I.D., Schoolboy Q, so I try to listen to a lot of, other stuff too. Like I said, like I'm into rock bands, I like Sleeping with Sirens, I like Dope Lemon and all that type of stuff. And I just, wanted to tell you guys more about myself and what I'm trying to really do in my music career. And that's really just, hopefully blow up, hopefully be able to, actually make it out in the music. Because like I said, I just want to be able to put myself out there. I want to be able to meet you guys. I want to be able to meet my fans. And, I just thank you guys so much for actually coming on to this journey. Right now we have 1,127 subscribers. So just make sure you guys keep subscribing, keep liking the video, and like I said, I'm just somebody that really wants to spread my message, spread positivity overall, but still do it in a way of like my own style. So thank you guys again for watching this, and let's go.
God bless you, son. Only trying to reach out to tell you that I'm gonna go ahead. First, I was gonna say for you to call the woman, let her know that you're no longer gonna be able to be there. To let her know that you're gonna be bringing the key. Tell her, no, my mom gonna be bringing you the key today. We're gonna have to let the apartment go.
Damn. Had to let go of my place, moved out my mom's house. I felt brave, having conversations with my brother like we got.
So some of the other tracks on the album are, for example, tracks like All This Money. That's sort of just a freestyle that I have made along the way of, with the process of making the album. I do freestyle a lot of my music, like I said, so I tend to try to incorporate it. But with this album, I wasn't really trying to freestyle. I was focusing more, just on the writing and the overall message of the album, and just trying to give more of an authentic feeling and, to the tracks especially. So make sure you guys check that track out, and I'll actually be showing you how to do that right now.
Whoa, 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 bitch, whoa, yeah, let's go, and I give.
Okay guys, so we're going to talk about All This Money. Like I said, it's actually a freestyle song, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But basically, it is a freestyle song. The beat is an Isaiah Rashad type beat. And basically, with this song, I just talk about, me, my money, just me bragging. And I picked out the beat and I laid the first verse on it. So it's, yeah, and I get all this money, yeah. I went to the bank and I pulled out 50K. So like I said, it's just a basic song, just me talking about myself, just on a bragging type thing, and just me, just trying to express myself and how I get money. So that's that track, and then we're gonna go into our next track. So for the next track, we're actually gonna be talking about Rest in Peace. This is a track that I actually recorded with my brother. His name is Dino Thunder, his real name is Carino. You can go follow him. Like I said, he's in most of my songs. He's the person that I usually feature. He's a great artist, so make sure you check him out. And right here, this is a JP Mafia type beat. We actually worked on this together. He actually makes beats, so I had him, add a little stuff to the beat just to, make it more hype. But to get this song started off, this song's basically about, just us, coming up as rappers and us trying to play an influence into the game, and, us just talking about ourselves and the things we got going on. So make sure you check that song out too. It's called Rest in Peace, and it's out on my album right now. And I'm gonna get into it, and right here we're gonna show you guys how we actually made this song. So to start this off, like I said, we picked out the beat, and here it goes.
Hey, bitch. It's Thatboyamor. Thunder. Let's get it, nigga. Hey. I must have got these niggas mad. With this rapping shit, I'm always in my bag. Niggas broke, you going outside. Tell them rest in peace. Me and Dino Thunder, the new way. Bitch, all you can do is hate. We got them niggas afraid. We take it over the game. You want the
So like I said, I laid down the first verse, which as you heard was that, and this is right here. The second verse, this isn't the full finished second verse because he actually tweaked some stuff to it and changed the timings that I came in. But that's that song right there. Like I said, if you want to check this song out, it's out right now on my album, Requiescat en Pase. The link is below. So then I kind of left all this space right here for him to do, you know, his work on it and for him to be featured on it. But that song right there is Requiescat en Pase. Like I said, it is a good song, and make sure you guys listen to it. Thank you. So now I actually want to talk to you guys about the track list. So the fifth song on the album is called Palm Bay. That's a small town, you know, where I grew up and kind of where I spent all my teenage years. Like I said, I stayed there for close to almost 12 years now. And I decided to move out here to Houston to start a new life. And what that song is basically about, it's just me talking about my past experience, living there, going through the challenges that I have to face. So that song is basically, you know, me telling something about happened in my past, dealing with an old girlfriend, you know, dealing with just a lot of old stuff, you know, and the transition of me coming to a new state and how I felt like a lot of the things that I did then, you know, living there and stuff like that won't be remembered, you know, like, to put in an example, kind of like all the stuff that has happened there, things of that nature won't be remembered along the way of my new journey because I'm letting it all go. So that's what that song's about, and it's called Palm Bay. Make sure you guys give that a listen. On to the next one. So here we have Stop the Cap. This is another song that I really enjoyed making. This song is just basically, you know, me just talking about rappers and how a lot of these rappers, you know, they don't really be trying to put effort into making music. Like I said, music is something that should be put effort into it. You know, you should want to be able to inspire others and want to make others, you know, be able to just actually like your music if you really want to make it for a sole purpose of like enjoyment. So this song is just basically, you know, me talking about that in general. And just to let you guys know, the DAW that I'm using, this is actually GarageBand. And I actually make a lot of my music. Well, recently I've just been making all of my music on here. You know, I just think that this is a very simple way. You know, you just add your beat, then you add your verses and your ad-libs and all that. So I'm gonna point out, so as you can see right here, this is called Audio 7, Audio 7.2, Audio 7.2. Basically, that's my pre-recorded, you know, like, it's kind of like my verses that I like to always start off with, you know, so I kind of just, it's like a plugin basically. And with that plugin, it allows me to automatically have my voice effects and everything. So I just saved it and, you know, just named it that. And then you go Audio 5, Audio 6, and Audio 7. And like I said, here's always the beat. I always layer the beat first, then I go with my verse, then my ad-libs. And I'm actually gonna play a little bit of the song for you guys so you guys can check it out.
Hey, these niggas gotta stop the cap, man. Talking about they getting money, yeah, they fucking the baddest bitches. Like, nigga, you ain't nothing but a broke ass nigga. Yeah, nigga, I said that. And I stand by that. Nigga, you ain't nothing but a pussy. Stop the cap, show me the money. You be blowing, these niggas think they can rap, but they're just corny. When your bitch looks at me, she gets horny. Nigga, I've been doing this rapping shit, where's my trophy? I've been sitting back eating chips like I'm Choji. These pussy ass niggas think they know me. You ain't nothing but a phony. Got a white bitch and she get the snow. Now she ready to blow me. You niggas be on drugs. Deep down you're lonely, but who am I to want to talk? I be getting down and dirty. 2 blunts to the face, it's gonna take my pain away. Them drugs can make you go insane. When I write these rhymes, they turn into flames. You only need one bullet to kill a nigga, so I let it bang. My pain came with aim, I'm reloaded. Put me on Mount Rushmore, cause I'm goated. Just buy a ticket to my concert so I can show you I'm a real MC. These niggas just wanna be me. Austin Powers, you look more like a mini me.
So once again, you know, like I said, that's called Stop the Cap. It's out on my album. Make sure you give that a listen as well. Like I said, just a song, you know, just me talking about, you know, like I said, rappers and just trying to give, you know, this authentic flow and talk about how I'm an MC. You know, like I said, I like to freestyle. That's like my #1 first choice, but I really been trying to find a gap between that and writing. And I think that, like I said, this whole album was written, only one song on it was really freestyled. So I kind of just want to give, you know, my authentic version of myself and write down my ideas. So that's kind of what I did with this song. So make sure you guys listen to that, called Stop the Cap. Let's get it. So for my next song, I'm actually gonna be talking about this song called Apartment. This song is based on a true story. I used to live in an apartment with my brother and my sister, and I moved out of my mom's house about like when I was 20, just turned 23, like a month after that. And we moved in together, we were trying to make it out, the three of us. And basically, it just didn't turn out to a good situation. We ended up unfortunately having to let the apartment go. So in this song, I actually talk about that situation. And the person that you hear talking in the beginning, that's actually my mother. And let me play it for you guys right now. 1 second. And here we go.
God bless you, son. Only trying to reach out to tell you that I'm gonna go ahead. First, I was gonna say for you to call the woman, let her know that you're no longer gonna be able to be there. To let her know that you're gonna be bringing the key. Tell her, no, Mama, I'm gonna be bringing you the key today. We're gonna have to let the apartment go.
Damn. Had to let go of my place, moved out of my mom's house. I felt brave having conversations with my brother. Like we gotta survive, this is our chance to thrive. We couldn't believe it, we finally did it. Moved in together, felt like we accomplished a lifetime goal. But as I got older, I realized nothing is given, everything is earned. My brother struggling, keep his job, remember giving him breath. Talking about life, he telling me he wanna do right. He was hungry, he had the urge to fight to live a better life, cause we weren't living.
All right, so like I said, with that song, it's called Apartment. You can go check that out right now. It's on my album. Yeah, the backstory to that, like I said, it's just me talking about my life, things that I've gone through, just trying to incorporate those things into this whole entire album. Like I said, that's what this album is really based upon. It's just myself, my experiences in life, and me as an artist, and me overcoming challenges, and just trying to incorporate all that into the album to make sure that you guys kind of see the clear image of where I'm trying to go with this. And here you have the track itself. Like I said, there goes the beat as always, my first verse, my ad-libs, and I'll play some more for you guys.
Living right, but despite from all the problems, we had each other, and that's what mattered. A couple of weeks later, my sister moved in. She didn't want to leave her two brothers who she grew up with. She always inspired us to do the best that we can. When she had money, she would lend a hand. I appreciated everything she tried to do, but I felt like I let them down. I remember walking into the apartment, I can see their frown because even though we felt like we made it, life was another way and changed us.
Yeah, so like I said, that song is called Apartment. You can check it out, and on to the next one. Okay guys, so we're actually getting down to the last two songs of the album. The next one is called Grandma's Boy. If you haven't checked it out, it's out right now on my album called Grandma's Boy again. And basically what this song is about is me just trying to portray an image of somebody that's bad, that likes to do, bad things, that has, all these negative things about them. So I kind of made this song about that. And I took a sample from Don't Be a Menace, part in the movie where this guy walks in and he's talking to his grandma. So basically the song is just about that itself. And if you want to listen to it, you can check it out right now. Make sure you listen to it. And for our very last song, it's going to be called Falling in Love. This song is based upon a fictional story that, I wanted to write about, something that incorporated two people that love each other, they grew up together, and along the way, I try to put certain events that happen in the song. So if you haven't heard it, it's called Falling in Love. It's a very good song. I really like the beat. And yeah, basically the song is just about a guy and a girl, that they meet each other, that they go to school together, and they're telling each other things, how the kid, when he goes home, he gets beat by his dad, and how the girl, when she goes home, her dad wants her to be good and do good in school and good grades. And towards the end of the song, I basically ended off with, the girl actually dying and the guy coming to her house and seeing that. And out of frustration and revenge, he actually finds out who the killer is, and he actually goes and kills the person, and he ends up going to jail himself. So that's a song on the album it's called Falling in Love once again. And you can check it out. It's out right now. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for being on this journey with me. Like I said, I'm continuing to doing music every day. I got a deluxe out right now, and I also got a director's cut version that I'm working on right now. So if you haven't heard none of that, make sure you check me out. My name is Thatboyamor. Let's get it.